This fruit is healthy, but with certain medicines, it can change how much of the drug gets into your bloodstream. And sometimes that can be dangerous. Grapefruit contains vitamin C, potassium, fiber, and other plant compounds. So why would something this nutritious interfere with medicine? The answer is hiding inside your intestine. Your small intestine contains enzymes that help break down many medicines before they reach your bloodstream. One of the important ones is called CYP3A4. Think of it as part of your body's first checkpoint. But grapefruit can interfere with that checkpoint. Normally, some of the medicine gets broken down before it reaches your circulation. But when grapefruit inhibits this intestinal enzyme, more of certain drugs can get through. That can raise the amount of drug in your blood. And this isn't just one obscure drug. The FDA lists examples including certain statins used to lower cholesterol, some blood pressure medicines, and certain transplant medications. Some corticosteroids, anti-anxiety drugs, antihistamines, and even some drugs that treat abnormal heart rhythms are also affected. But here's something important. Not every medicine in those categories interacts with grapefruit, and grapefruit doesn't always make a medicine stronger. For a few drugs, it can have the opposite effect. It can interfere with transport proteins that help move certain medicines into the body. So the drug level can actually fall. So what is grapefruit actually doing? Part of the answer comes from a group of compounds called furanocoumarins. Two grapefruit compounds you've probably never heard of are bergamottin and 6'7' dihydroxybergamottin. These compounds can contribute to the inhibition of intestinal CYP3A4, and the interaction can last longer than you might expect. Grapefruit compounds can cause lasting inhibition of intestinal CYP3A4. So simply separating the grapefruit and the medication by a few hours isn't necessarily a reliable solution. That's why the medication instructions matter. Here's another reason this gets complicated. People don't all respond to grapefruit in exactly the same way. The amount of CYP3A4 in the intestine varies between people. And the effect depends heavily on the specific drug. So should everyone stop eating grapefruit? No. Grapefruit itself isn't a dangerous food. The problem is the combination of grapefruit with certain medicines. If your medication doesn't interact with grapefruit, there's no reason to assume the fruit is dangerous. So if you take prescription or over-the-counter medication, don't guess. Check the medication guide or ask your pharmacist or doctor whether grapefruit is an issue for your specific drug. And don't stop or change a medication just because of a video on the internet. So grapefruit isn't a poison. It's something much more interesting. It's a food that can change the chemistry of how your body handles certain medicines. And that's exactly why food science gets so fascinating. Because sometimes the most important thing about a food isn't what's in it, it's what happens when it meets something else.